Hated greatness types, why? Oh, it's a yo. Never mind. Allow me to return your yo with a yo of my own. Hi, Sefric. So let's do DJ, I guess. Pick Ultra Double.
Sure, give me just a second real quick. There we go. Okay.
Oh, it's been so long since I've done one of these, I almost forgot how it goes. I think I usually start by talking about which Ultra to pick when. And then I kind
Ultra 1 never?
it's I feel like Ultra 2 is definitively the better. I feel like that's the one that works in any matchup. And I feel like Ultra 1 is matchup specific. But I don't think Ultra 1's useless. It's a little slowish. It's alright. It's definitely playable. We'll talk about that when we actually get to the Ultras. Let's just run through the normals and stuff and we'll just, you know, do it fast. Jab. He has a different stand jab, close stand jab, and a far stand jab. Whoa. Leggy as hell. Both of them
Sorry, I
are
was minimizing.
his only 3-frame normals. So if you want like a 3-frame punish, a far jab is usually as good as it gets, or a close jab, depends on what you're doing. Fortunately, there aren't that many -3 moves left in the game because most of them have been made safer or less safe. So it's not a huge issue, but at the same time, if you've got like a -4, -5 move, and you really want to punish it, the best possible way to do it, like it was like, let me think, sure you can F80C is like -5, right? You could do like something like that. I actually dropped it. But that would be like a very standard DJ combo. That's a really common one.
Well, if it's -5, the better one's probably shorts because they do a little bit more damage than jabs do.
That's true. Oh, it's the same. It's 30.
Is it?
Yeah, they're both 30. I just turned my damage information on. Crouch jab is 20. Crouch jab is the 20 damage one.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking of then.
So you could do like something like that. Be a very, very, very fast punish. Not a very strong one though.
No.
DJ has this horrible problem where he can either be strong or he can actually land hits, but he can't do both. But enough about that. The crouch jab is I think 4 frames, but it has good frame advantage actually, and goes decently far for a crouch jab as they go. And what is it actually? Is it like +5, I think? And then he's got a 5-frame glow strong. I've got the frame data. Let me just look at it. Might be +6. Crouch, jab, 6 frames. Yeah, it's +6. So that means his crouch strong is 6 frames because it's a 1-frame. It's a 1-frame link there. Yeah, actually that makes sense. But this is like his general. This is just the general move you can do to get charge during things. It's got a lot of frame advantage. It builds down charge and back charge when you're doing it. You often need to do combos like that in certain scenarios in order to get charge. Yeah, following certain scenarios. I'm dropping combos like crazy shit. I haven't played Street Fighter 4 in ages. And that's unfortunately a really big thing with DJ because he doesn't have like a 2-hit normal he can link out of like Vega or DiCapri or like characters like that. He doesn't have a way to build charge very easily next to the opponent, and that's a really big problem for him because certain normals he has like don't have cancel windows at certain ranges, and you can't move without sacrificing charge. So it's sort of a problem he had. Like he doesn't have a non-charge move, and he doesn't have a good way of like getting charging combos. So that's a thing that usually forces him to use like repeated jab combos in order to get charge in time, and that makes his combos oftentimes really weak, which is a subtle weakness of the character. I would like to say right now that DJ is more a collection of slightly annoying problems than a big gaping weakness. He's not like I don't even think he's really low tier. I think he's probably one of the worst characters in the game. I don't think he's as bad as he used to be. But there's no big thing about DJ that sucks. It's just a lot of little things that suck. Anyway, the far short. I think it's 1 frame slow. I think it's either 4 or 5. It's a little slow. I think it's 5. But it goes really far. It's actually got the most range of all his light normals, and it combos into light Sobat even from max range. And you can link into it really easily from like even really far combos. So I shouldn't say really easily because it is a 5-frame normal. But
Pretty
that's
good
actually
footsies, too.
it's actually pretty good of a normal to stick out. You can empty cancel it really easily, and it just gives you a lot of presence. And there are situations where you can because it has I forget the setup. There's like something about it that's really good, but I don't remember what it is. What the fuck? I can't get a cancel. There you go. That demon combo. I think it combos into his medium super at max range, and his crouch short does not combo into any version of super at the same range. Or there's something like that. And that's actually really important for one of his combos because the combo in question, he needs to like do like 4 light. This is all getting very specific. This isn't good for DJ introduction. But the combo needs to get like enough charge to get like oh, it's off of I think close forward. If you have no charge and you land a close forward, you can do like that, like stand jab, stand forward, or stand short, and then the only like you get charged by that time, and you can do either like a light Sobat or you can do a super, and super is the only meaningful damage you can get off of that. And if you do like a crouch jab, I think doesn't combo or something, and I think I think you can't do like 2 jabs. Yeah. So you've got a oh, that worked actually. That might be character specific though. I forget. This is all very very relevant. Crouch short is a low. You can chain out of it. Unfortunately, it has more pushback than his other like normals. Like you can do like 4 jabs in a row, but once you do a crouch short, it pushes out much farther than the other ones, and that's kind of annoying because although it's a low and although it forces the opponent to low block, your combos have to be kind of shorter when you're using crouch short in combos. But it does cancel and it does go quite far, even farther than his crouch jab. And it starts up pretty quick. I think it's a 4-frame startup as well. It's either 4 or 5. It's pretty fast though. I don't know that much to say about it. It's really common to do that over and over with DJ because it's mostly safe. You can space it well, and it's only -4, so a lot of characters can't get an easy punish on it. And then you got the low into the knockdown, and you got the chip damage. It's just a very common thing to see with DJ. It's just it's like the equivalent of like Shoto low forward, except shittier. Let's see here. Stand strong. It far stand strong anti-airs. I didn't even mention close short, but it's like the same thing as far short. I think it has slightly more frame advantage. Close strong or far strong anti-airs, but it's kind of inconsistent. There is a window where you can hit it where it will always anti-air. But it's like of all DJ's anti-airs, it's not very rewarding, and it doesn't work against dive kicks, and it's kind of easy to fuck up. So especially against
really
like
good if they're jumping in from far away.
yeah, and it doesn't sacrifice your charge or anything. You can actually jump in on me. You can actually do stuff like oh shit, I traded. You can actually do that, which is pretty good, because I don't think even like maybe if you're like Guile and you land in flash kick, you can probably punish that. But most characters kind of have to respect it, and you get a little bit of bonus chip damage or even like an errant hit here and there. It's a nice little trick that DJ has, because the far strong cancels, and that's actually useful for some stuff because you can actually like link into it. I don't remember the combos. Oh shit, is it low strong stand? No. Close forward. Yeah, that's it, I think. Close forward, far strong. Oh shit, DJ. Did you see that? I got a close strong. I'm like linking it, but it's not working. There's a combo into it, but I forget what it is. Oh, you got it.
There it is.
I think it's a 1-frame link. But that cancels, and I think it does. I think that actually does more damage than any of his other cancels. So wait, hold on. Far strong is 90. Holy shit. 90's quite a lot.
It's actually pretty good.
DJ has a lot of damage on a lot of his normals.
70.
Yeah. Close strong. You could maybe use it as like a anti cross up, I guess.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. I don't really see people use it that much. Does it force stand here? It might even whiff on crouching opponents, to be honest. No force
No,
stand.
it doesn't force stand.
Close fierce forces stand, so that's that. But DJ doesn't really need force stand that much, so it's not really a huge issue for him. Let me see here. Crouch strong is also pretty strong. I think it's 70. Oh, I got a counter hit. 75? 80. It's 80. That's pretty tough. Pretty hard hit. So if you can link into it, unfortunately the links into it are all, for the most part, 1-frame links. But you can link to it from low jab. You can link into it from close forward. You can link into it from... Actually, I think that's about it. And the combos that'll involve that are pretty strong. So they're usually, like, if I'm a DJ and I get, like, a focus attack, my ideal would probably be close close forward, low strong, and then like a cancel. I haven't played Dee Jay in a little while. I just want a damage value. God damn it! All right, hold on. Let me. I'm fucking up my flinks a lot. I didn't even get charge. This requires some complex charging too because you've got a you try it. You have damage on?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm not auto blocking. DJ, please. Having a bread and butter combo that's 1 frame is unfortunately
Oh.
Oh, nice. Oh, I missed the cancel. I'm so dumb. I've never like failed this much to get a 1 frame link. I got a really late charge there. Oh my god. This is hopeless. I mean, granted it's a little laggy, but like it's 190 before the cancel even happens. We could like math it at this point. I'm just really counter hit. Counter hit wouldn't have even been helpful. This is sad.
Oh my lord.
This isn't how it's supposed to go. Technically, it would be better to do close forward, far strong, if it indeed does 10 more damage. That's the combo that people usually do. We should actually talk about the consistent combos as soon as we get to those. Oh, sorry. I just want it once. But I don't want to spend that much time on it. We've already spent too long on it. Oh, you got it.
270.
270. That's not terrible, but it's also not great. There's actually other things you can do there.
Yeah, you gotta be up close and
His actual highest damage special move, I think, is the machine gun upper. If you're not doing any follow-ups or anything, any EX moves, and you've actually got enough time to charge that after focus stack. So that's like what you should do, I guess. That's 263, so that actually did less. So yeah, go for your 1 frame link if you can help it. I would always I'd sacrifice 7 damage to not have to do a 1 frame link. Fuck that.
yeah.
Anyway, crouch strong is the button that you would link into theoretically if you wanted extra damage. Like a lot of DJs just do combos like that. But if you wanted to be a hero and like actually do a little bit more damage, you do those instead.
How much did that do?
I did 167. That was a very basic combo though. Like fucking 20 damage light normals. You got
157 with forward.
Yeah, we'll get
It's
to
a lot easier.
Let's talk about forward instead. Close forward is, I think, 4 frames, and far forward, I think, is... Are they both 4? No, I think they're both 5, right? Shit, I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Far MK. Where's the fucking recover? Where's the advantage on hit? Where is the advantage on hit? Oh, that's for both... No, what the fuck? Startup's what I want. 5 frames. Sorry, I couldn't hear you when I was alt-tabbed. It's 5 frames.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's 4 for the close one, because I know it's 1 frame faster. The thing about, or maybe they're both the same speed. The thing about DJ's close forward is that you can link into it. It's got a lot of frame advantage, so you can link into it without too much trouble, and you can link out of it without too much trouble. So like a common thing with DJ players is to do something like doing it after a jump in. Gives you extra time to charge. Doing it after like a focus stack gives you extra time to charge. And then the far forward also starts up pretty quickly, and it's 2 hits. It's really weird to get both hits, because up close you'll get the close version, and from afar you'll get the 1 hit only. It actually does insane damage if you get both hits. It's 110 for a medium normal.
Yeah, but only the first hit cancels.
Yeah, only the first hit cancels. But it's actually... even then, it's not that much weaker than his low strong, and it's a frame faster than his low strong. So it's twice as easy to hit combos going into it. And combos going into it it's weird to get that spacing where the first hit connects, but in combos it's quite easy to get the spacing where the first hit connects. So like combos like that, or like if they're across up you do 2 jabs, I think. Yeah, and then you can get hard Sobat quite easily in combos like that. And actually you can do like machine gun upper combos, but they require kind of a precise cancel, because you've got to do a standing move canceled into I dropped it. I think you need to do a fewer jabs. You can do stuff like that.
There you go.
That's theoretically quite good DJ technology, but not a lot of players use it. And of course, if you can hit the 1 frame length, then you can just keep the down charge really easily. So low strong is sort of easier there, or different kind of difficulty. That's close forward in a nutshell and far forward in a nutshell. You really want to use it as like combo tools. It's especially good after I think a knee shot. It's quite easy to link a or I thought it was quite easy to link a close forward. Yeah, there you go. And that's like that after a knee shot, you don't have that much charge because it doesn't have that much. It doesn't last as long as a normal jump does. So the extra charge given to you by the close forward is really nice. Managing charge is very important for DJ, sadly. Oh, and I forgot to mention actually the far strong canceling that was given in Ultra, wasn't it? Wasn't that a new thing? They sped it up and they made it cancel.
I don't know.
And you can use that in like block strings into fireballs. I didn't mention that at all. But you can do. Ooh, I got a close strong link there. That was cool. You can do links like that or links into light Sobat. Crouch forward is a sweep. His other sweep, his actual down roundhouse sweep, is a bit different. This doesn't do... It's a hard knockdown. It does 80 damage, which is, you know, pretty good for a crouch medium kick, but pretty bad for a sweep. And it's really fast. It's like 5 frames as well, so you can link into it without much trouble and keep the pressure with a knockdown. And that's actually really good for DJ because after his hard knockdowns, he's got a little bit of a mix-up, I guess.
Vortex.
Yeah, the DJ Vortex with... whenever anyone says DJ Vortex, you can't see it, but they're usually doing like air quotes because it's like the shittiest vortex that's still a vortex in the game. But you can knock people down with the low forward, and then go for a fake cross up knee shot. I'm doing it really early, so it's kind of telegraphed. You can jump and then do either a cross up medium kick, or you can jump and do a knee shot, and the knee shot will hit on the front, and the cross up medium kick will hit on the back. And then from either one, you can combo into a knockdown using block string into light Sobat. Or rather, just a combo into light Sobat. And they're both safe, you know, because they're like jump ins. Like, granted, there are some anti-airs that'll hit both, like DJ's up kicks. But for the most part, that's like a nice little mix-up he has, and he can get it off of any knockdown. Unfortunately, like, using that, you have to do really short combos, and they're piss weak. That's 114. And it's even less if you use 2 jabs. So I guess it's like a 104, yeah. So, like, that's really common to see DJ's players doing that. And it's not bad, but it's just weak. It's really weak. It's frustrating. And a lot of his other attacks don't actually, like, cause a knockdown. Like, if you're doing, like, a hard Sobat, you don't get a knockdown out of that. So a lot of people actually, like, sacrifice damage for knockdowns, either by doing combos like that. Oh, yeah, it works from close medium kick, too. That's a really common combo. Or, like, doing, like, low strong links into light Sobat. And light Sobat, of course, doesn't do near as much damage as the other two, but it does get a knockdown, which is nice. So DJ has to choose between knockdown and damage, which is kind of unfair because, like, other characters don't have to choose between that. They just get both. But whatever, it's DJ. Let's see here. Is there anything else about this move that's kind of notable? I don't know. It goes pretty far. It's unsafe. That's a big deal. It's like -8 or something. It's quite unsafe. It's punishable. Like, Ryu can low forward it. A lot of characters can punish it with stuff. It does. You can space it, so it's hard to punish, but I don't think you can space it, so it's like safe. But like here, do one on me. Ah, fuck! I missed it. That should be a comfortable punish. I didn't have charge there. This shit is too hard. Really? Maybe I'm just misjudging when it recovers. There you go.
There you go.
But, like, it's, depending on your character, like, Ryu could, like, super it easily. And his, well, we'll get to it. Close fierce, far fierce. This move is weird. It's kind of it's like a big old swing. It does pretty good damage, I guess. It's 100. It has pretty good anti-air properties, actually. But it's got an interesting little gimmick to it. If you get a counter hit with it, it knocks down, even on air connect. And that knockdown... you can actually get some pretty good damage. So that was 235 anti-air. And that's pretty easy to get. It's really not that hard. And it anti-airs pretty well anyway, so like you can just get it on reaction to any successful counter hit you get. I'm doing no charge follow-ups, but you can actually, like, if you have charge, I messed it up. You can actually get, like, pretty good damage. But you have to wait deep for that one, I forgot. Well, that was a really early jump. I'm doing it. This is not as hard as I'm making it look. You know what I mean? And you can react, too. That's the best part. There you go. 255. That's pretty good, right? You can use the X to make it easier.
Anti-air.
Yeah.
You think Dragon Punch from Ryu does 160.
Yeah. He has other more consistent anti-airs, but they require down charge. That one doesn't require down charge, so that's pretty cool. It also works from far jump outs, or jumps. And the only thing he has besides that for far jumps is like light up kick. So that's like a nice little option. But the other up kicks aren't that good from really far jumps. Oh, that was just me.
Wow.
That was timing. That was timing. I was too fast. Shit. Hold on. All right, cool. Okay. It's because I was using hard, I think. Medium's better. Whoa.
I just won't do a normal.
Close fierce. It's actually, I don't know what it's for. Yeah, it does that. It definitely does that. That's pretty cool. That's a nice thing it does. But you can do that with like his medium Sobat too. I didn't even try to red focus.
True.
And you can actually, from his medium Sobat, you can actually do a that. I didn't combo it, but it does combo. So if you can do that, that's preferred because you save a meter. But you know, consistency of combos depends on the scenario. Take everything as you see it.
Plus, from this, you're also chances are you've got 2 jabs and a short before.
Yeah, yeah. So the nice thing about that close fierce red focus, it sounds like a giant waste of meter, but one thing it does is if you have absolutely no charge in some like insane scenario, like after like someone, if like Yun does an unsafe like cross up dive kick on you or something like that, in some scenario where you're guaranteed to have 0 charge whatsoever, but you have a punish scenario, DJ's punish options are usually pretty bad. Or like if you just get surprised by someone just being like a random DP or something like that. You can do that, and that gives you like an ultra, even if you don't have charge, and I fucked it up. It's not even hard. Get lost in the beat! Unfortunately, Ultra 1 doesn't work after a Focus Crumple, so Ultra 2 or bust. Or Ultra 1 works after a Focus Crumple, rather, but it's shitty.
Yeah, just 3 hits.
They can't quick stand that, though.
I think you can get a few more on
Some
characters.
yeah. The sad state of DJ. Because you've got to either break charge to dash, or you've got to, and you can't even do a dash like a dash ultra here either, because you've got to dash well before the actual dash occurs, which puts way too much time between the dash and the ultra. So even if you don't dash, it still works, but it still sucks. And of course, not dashing is unsafe. I got 4 hits that time. No, that was the same 3 hits of ultra.
You could do not off red focus, but you could do light super into ultra, and then it'll juggle fully in the corner.
Yeah, yeah. I think it juggles fully anywhere. I think that combo's pretty consistent.
On crumple, maybe.
Oh, on crumple, I don't think so. Yeah, I think you lose hits. Anyway, close fierce. Unfortunately, it cancels the first hit, but not the second. It's pretty strong, but the first hit only does 50, and other normals do more damage. So you think it would be stronger, but it's actually weaker. It's not like Yun, where his close fierce does like more damage than any of his other normals.
Oh wow, I didn't know it actually only did 50. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible, right? It'd be nice if it was the damage distribution was the other way and it did 70 for the first hit. That would be a lot better for DJ.
Yeah.
Crouch fierce.
It's 100.
Crouch fierce on paper looks really good because it's 90 and it's cancelable, but low strong only does 80. And low strong has a lot less pushback, which actually matters for DJ's combos. Like, here's some things about Crouch Fierce that make it shittier than Crouch Strong. One thing is if you're out of range, like if I'm about here or so, Crouch Fierce will hit. No, here. Crouch Fierce will hit, but it won't have a cancelable window because it only cancels on like the first 2 frames, I think, while the arm is super high. So if it connects while the arm is low, it literally cannot cancel. And that's kind of awful. It's kind of an awful thing. Yeah, I'll get to that PR load. So if Oni does like a light DP and it pushes you out and you try and punish with like Crouch Fierce into hard Sobat, you might just be too far away and it might just do the Crouch Fierce and no cancel window whatsoever. And low strong doesn't have that problem and it has about the same range. So that's kind of a nice thing. And also
range is even more consistent.
yeah, it's actually not bad. And then low strong also like the hold on, I've got to tell this guy. What was I gonna say? Fuck. Low strong. Because it has less pushback, there are combos it works into that Crouch Fierce doesn't really work into. Like Crouch Fierce, oftentimes you could get like that, and it doesn't hit properly. But then you have Crouch Strong, and that hits properly. And then
Can you combo into Crouch Fierce?
no, I don't think so, except from a jump in. But I guess after a focus stack, it's actually ideal now. I haven't thought about that since Ultra came out. But you can do like, oh shit, I was too slow. That should theoretically actually be good. So do that instead. Whatever I said to do earlier, do that. Do this instead. Or like do more accurately that. That was 276. Yeah, do that. Take back everything I said earlier. So it's good after a focus, I guess. It is good after jump-ins when you know it's going to be up close and personal. It does have a pretty good hitbox for anti-air. I was going to mention that. It's actually okay. He has other things that are better, but this is usable. He has a lot of normals that have usable hitboxes for anti-air. And that's nice because you know, this actually goes pretty far above his head, which gets doesn't necessarily get cross-ups, but it's nice and high. What else? Close roundhouse, far roundhouse. Far roundhouse does the most damage of any of his normals without like all his normals that do more damage than that are slow as hell. So I was doing it earlier, but if you get a counter hit far fierce, here do like focus for me, or that works too. Do a jump in. Oh fuck, I'm dying. If you don't have any charge, the strongest thing you can combo into after a crumple far fierce, counter hit far fierce, and that works on the ground too. I'm doing it in anti-air. But that's like the strongest thing you can juggle into, and it just requires like a tiny walk-in. It's not that hard. I'm doing kind of bad with it, but it's not actually that difficult. If you do have charge, you usually have better options, but that's a nice thing. It's got a decent hitbox too, so like I think you can slap like Zangief out of a lariat with it, stuff like that. It goes really far. I think it actually has the most range of any of his non-special moves, and it does do decent damage. But it's not as good. I think the frame data is kind of bad on it, and the startup is pretty slow. So you've got to be really choosy about when you use it. Close Roundhouse is pretty cool. It doesn't look that good, but there are two neat things it does, and you should be very ready for both of them. One of them is it cancels to super. No, I'm not. Well, does that? Is that here? I guess it breaks armor.
Juggles.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I guess it doesn't.
It's only far fierce that juggles on counter, isn't it? But hold on, time out. Two awesome things it does. One, both hits cancel the super, so you can actually do some pretty insane damage combos. I added Ultra on, which does even more. If that's Ultra 1 and not Ultra Double, that does like 700 damage. So it's actually insanely powerful.
Yeah.
If you actually get a good connect with DJ, he does a fuck ton of damage. Of course, that's 4 bars plus Ultra, so what do you get? But even then, you can do it after a focus really easily. So it's not super difficult. Like that. The thing about Stam Roundhouse is it gives you charge time to get that super cancel, like after a focus, because it's both hits, and it does do like 120 damage across both hits, 130. So it just ends up being really powerful. Unfortunately, does not combo into red focus. I really wish it did. That would have been cool. That would have been like the perfect thing. But whatever. I think Crutch Fierce doesn't combo into red focus either. Yeah, that's not a combo. You only have Close Fierce.
There's also Close Roundhouse is. Oh, I just had it. Yeah, it's -2 on block, so that's not really punishable. By
Yeah, that's quite safe. That's neat. Not super rewarding though. Oh, but the other thing it does is the second hit of Close Roundhouse actually has juggle potential, which sounds useless, but jump for me. Commonly as DJ, you'll get an anti-air 2 hits Sobat, and then you can do another Sobat after it to like juggle. And you can do medium or hard, and they do the same damage, but have different recovery periods and different meter build and stuff. But it's quite easy in the process of that to get a 1-hit medium Sobat on accident. And if you get a 1-hit medium Sobat, you get less charging, or not Sobat, upkick, Jackknife maximum. If you get a 1-hit one, I'm being really bad about this. You get less charging than you would, so you can't charge a new upkick. So you don't have like an upkick juggle there, but you can hit Close Roundhouse. Yeah, it's kind of tight. But it's not that tight.
Easier in the corner.
It's about the same difficulty anyway. Oh fuck! Nice Jackknife maximum. Let me just keep it mid screen. I want to show it working mid screen. I didn't have charge. Just hold up. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
That is the only juggle available there, because you can't have no back charge move hits fast enough, and you can't have down charge. So if you are ever in that scenario, you can hit Close Roundhouse on reaction. And it does get a pickup for free damage, so you might as well if you're ever in that scenario. And it does happen pretty often. Well, it shouldn't, but it can. Like if they dive kick on your medium Jackknife maximum. It's a good thing to be ready for.
Floaty jumps.
It's literally
like
like free damage. And And it's riskless if you miss it. That's another thing. Is like if you're too slow, even if they quick stand, they're not going to punish you. So that's nice. There you go, 130. Anyway, Crouch Roundhouse is a sweep. It has some odd properties to it. It is low profile. It is a low profile move. You can anti-air with it technically. If they jump in with a normal, their normal won't hit you, and then they won't be able to block. And notably, if you get an anti-air connect with it, it causes a launch state instead of a sweep state, instead of a stun knockdown. Unfortunately, it's quite difficult to get a combo to that. But not impossible. Hold on, let me get down charge. That's not the juggle. What is the juggle? Can you do like a EX up kicks? I was trying to do EX Sobat. That didn't work.
No, it should work.
Maybe medium up kicks. Well, that worked.
Okay.
The point is you can get juggles out of it, and you can actually juggle Ultra 2 if you have Ultra 2. So let's try that. That's a pretty cool thing that you can do. Oh shit. You have to hit pretty deep in the animation though, which kind of sucks. I almost never see anyone go for that, but it is there.
Yeah. Really good.
Anyway, it's quite unsafe, but you can space it, and if spaced, it like approaches neutral frames. So you can do it from particular ranges, and it's like you can get away with it from those ranges. And it's quite hard to counter poke. That's one thing about it that's really good. It's really difficult to stick a normal out that'll beat it. So from some ranges, it's just actually very good to do. Very difficult.
Light Sobat.
Did that really beat Light Sobat? I must have low profiled up until the hit, and then like I don't know. Fuck. I have no excuses for DJ.
Yeah, I hit it.
I have no excuses for DJ. It must be because the hitbox goes really high. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's what I'm thinking.
Is like there's two hitboxes. One's the sweep, and then one's the leg. And the sweep one is missing, but the leg's hitting. I don't actually know if they do the same damage. Actually, it's 100 damage for that. Do the jump in, and we'll see if I can get the. That's still 100 damage. So it's the same damage, regardless, because it's the leg one that has to hit to cause the launch state. Anyway, it's pretty good normal. DJs maybe spam it a little bit more than it should be spammed, but a lot of people tend to see that move or slides in general and be like, that's kind of scrubby. But there's really like this move is actually really good.
One thing that I just realized that we kind of missed about close jab.
Yeah.
Really good for like anti-cross ups.
Is it actually?
It's really high on it. Yeah.
Oh, jump in on me.
So.
Thanks, DJ.
We had to do it earlier.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Thanks, DJ. I just tried close strong. I want this to work.
On me.
All right. I don't know, dude. I'm not convinced. Oh, that traded. That trade is a really bad trade. I like close strong for this, to be honest. A little early, don't you think? Oh, that's not a good trade either. Oh, okay. That was a counter hit. DJ just sucks here. It's okay. You have the best anti-cross up in the game. You've got that. Let's be honest. When are you not going to have down charge? No, but what else? We just got the Roundhouse. I guess, what does he have a command normal anywhere? Besides the knee shot?
His Omega mode does.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I gotta like dig up his command list.
But no, he doesn't have any command normals except for knee shot and
Alright.
Omega mode.
Let's look at the air normals then. His neutral jump normals are all different from his forward jump normals. Most of them are not that notable. Notably, neutral jump fierce causes a slam knockdown, and it does quite a lot of damage. So if you can actually neutral jump anti-air with DJ, and it's not terrible, and it's decently rewarding because no one quick stands that.
No.
So like if you expect someone to jump in, and he's got neutral jump forward as well, which also goes really far out, so you can stop jump ins quite easily with it. The animation looks wonky as hell though.
Yeah, and his roundhouse goes super low.
Yeah, he's got nice neutral jump options actually. There's 120 damage too.
And his jump forward and jump back fierce is actually ridiculously good.
Yeah, his jump normals are actually all right. The jump fierce and the jump roundhouse are fucking strong. You do 120 damage with the jump fierce, 130 damage with the jump roundhouse. Jump back fierce is actually a pretty good anti-air. Jump in fierce has a pretty small hurt box. Jump strong air to airs really well. His knee shot to like get short jumps, basically like KOF style hops. Unfortunately, they aren't as fast, but you can get it's quite difficult to anti-air those on reaction with like a Shoryuken style motion. So a lot of people tend to do, like when I'm Ryu and I'm fighting DJs, I tend to just go for crouch fierce anti-airs on those. It's difficult to get like a Shoryuken anti-air on stuff like that. Not all characters have like Ryu's crouch fierce, so in certain
Yeah,
matchups
you
that can be
can't
really
look
annoying.
like-
Oh yeah, and it's active until you hit the ground. So that's a nice little thing. As soon as you activate it, it's like you can do it early in a jump and it still works late in a jump. And that's a nice little thing. But you can get really short jumps out of it. Not really short, but you know, I'm like doing them.
funky looking jumps.
Yeah, and it does. You can jump from the same distance and get a cross up with a button or a non-cross up with a knee shot, and that's a big deal. That's a nice mix up. Unfortunately, the knee shot only does 30 damage. It used to do 50, but they sacrificed some damage for hit advantage, and the hit advantage is really good, but the loss in damage just really hurts. Like really hurts. I wonder why they thought they had to like give DJ a trade-off instead of just a buff. You know what I mean?
They can never just buff DJ.
I just want a DJ who's like, I want him to be like as viable as Guile. You know what I mean?
Make him the Ryu of charge characters.
Yeah, right. It would be so whatever. DJ was good in ST. DJ was good and no one knew.
DJ was good in ST.
DJ in ST was considered to be a bottom tier, not bottom, never bottom, but he was considered to be a low tier character for like years before someone like people started suddenly picking him up, and it's like, oh, like DJ's actually maybe a mid tier, and I think nowadays people usually consider him like a high tier, like on the low end of high tier.
Yeah, that jumping combo does 186 damage.
That's pretty weak.
It's terrible.
DJ's sad. But his jump roundhouse is really strong, so his jumping combos like that. I don't know why I did that combo of all combos. That hurts. That's 364. That's pretty strong as jumping combos go. And that's meterless. And if you want to throw meter into the mix, you can get a lot of damage. Like his jump-in combos with Ultra 2 and 1 bar do comfortably 550.
Yeah, actually, his meterless combos when they're optimized generally do more damage than Bison.
Yeah.
Actually.
Bison's damage is
But the problem is they're all off jump ends.
Yeah. It's very difficult to get stuff like this. Oh god, I dropped it.
You don't have to dash it anymore. You can just
You can just walk. The walk is character. It's easier or harder depending on the character you're fighting. It always works, but it's inconsistent sometimes. The dash is very consistent as long as you can actually do the dash. But we'll talk about that in a second. Let's see here. Is that it for jump in normals? I'm like trying to think. The jump in medium kick is one of the better cross ups in the game. The jump in hard kick is pretty strong and decent air to air. Goes really far out. Jump back fierce, jump in fierce, both pretty good. I don't know. He's got like a good range of air options actually. I've never seen anyone use that normal.
Punch is terrible.
It's not bad. It's just 4 anti-air or air to air rather. And jump roundhouse usually does the same thing. So
That animation.
yeah, I know. I've never seen the animation before. I've never seen anyone do that in a match. And like in
looks
years
so
this game has
happy.
been out. DJ always looks happy.
That's the best feature.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about DJ. Is he can be hit by an ultra and he's still like grading it up. Anyway, I guess we'll talk about special moves now. The fireball is the most apparent in how to use it, but it's also the most complex. It's just a fireball. Is it 60? How strong is it? I think it's 55 or something.
That's fierce.
It should all be the same damage. What's the damage?
Medium. From.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, you don't have your fucking frame rate on? 50.
Let's see.
Pretty weak. 50 is not that high.
No, it's not. Not for a fireball.
I think Ryu is 70. I think most fireballs are 60.
Yeah, Ryu's actually got buffed even on the chip.
Oh yeah, the chip is nice. The thing about DJ fireballs is that they're a very safe special move to go into in like block strings and stuff. Like if you're going into light Sobat, some characters can punish that. Like Gal can reversal flash kick a light Sobat. And fireball is like plus, I think. It's not plus, but I don't think it's... I think from a space like fireball cancel, you're usually alright.
You can do like guile combos in the corner with fireball.
Yeah, actually. Can you actually do with normal fireball though? I don't think. Is it? What's the frame? What's the plus on it?
Let me see.
I thought you could only do that off of EX.
I've seen combo videos where they do it, so I don't know if it's frame perfect.
Oh,
or
I
not,
just did it.
but
I did it with a close jab, so it must be at least +3.
it is plus 3 on here. Yep.
All right, there you go. So yeah, combo video material, and EX is I think +4. So you can do that's actually not bad, but it's very underutilized, but it's very specific. So like it makes sense that it's underutilized. But you can do stuff like you can after an EX air slasher link a close forward, and then you can cancel that into EX up punches, and that's kind of a weird cancel. Or you can do crouch jab if you want like less damage but more consistent. I guess it's not even.
But it's so
Yeah.
good, though.
It actually ends up doing like pretty good damage for like 2 bars in the corner. Fuck. So DJ actually has some, and you get big damage off of an anti-air after a EX up punch in the corner. But DJ doesn't get people in the corner all that often, so it's less useful than you think. That did 522 with double ultra, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's really good. I like half health too.
Let me see here. But Fireball, unfortunately, the EX Fireball has probably the most annoying feature of any EX Fireball in the game. Seth has it too. It throws 2 fireballs, and I think it used to be. I don't remember. Rose can't reflect it, so it's not like bad like that. But it has the longest active period of any EX Fireball in the game. I think alongside Seth. I mean, they're not tied, but like they're notably higher than any other EX Fireball. So like if someone jumps in, like characters have like you can go for punish options that you can't normally go for because people recover too fast, and they'll work. Like DJ's just active for a really long time, and that's kind of annoying about a CX Fireball. So people don't really do it that much. It's also not that strong. It's only 100, and it doesn't have juggle potential, I don't think. Or actually, I'm not sure. I don't think it does. There's no setup to juggle into it.
Juggle off of
Yeah, no, that's a free juggle state. It'll work regardless. Oh shit.
Oh, that's true.
It should have a juggle. Hold on, let's try it actually. It's not even fast enough. Yeah, there's no setup to do that anyway, so like it's not really important. You would just do Sobat there. The juggle value is irrelevant. It's not even like weak that he doesn't have juggle there. It's just not important. But Fireball, and it's got decent frame advantage for a Fireball, and it recovers pretty fast for a Fireball, and it's very slow. And slow is a good thing for Fireballs. The longer a Fireball is on the screen, the longer it's controlling space. So a slow Fireball ends up being a lot more useful than a fast Fireball is most of the time, although it really depends. And then his hard Fireball is actually pretty quick. So he's got a nice little bit of variety. Not as good as Ryu, but what can you do? His slide. I didn't mention this, but his slide does low profile for long enough that you can go under fireballs with it, even like pretty slow ones. Oh. I think I was too early. You gotta. Am I too early? Oh, it's too late actually. Oh, now I'm too early. Or I mean, I'm too late. It works better on slow fireballs than fast ones because it gets counter hit kind of easily. But it is low profile long enough to go under a slow fireball comfortably. I think you have to wait till the fireball's really close to you before you do it. Have one. There you go. Nice slide. It's nice to be able to avoid fireballs. Oh well,
didn't even have my hands on the stick at the time.
You did a good job. Anyway, apart from combos into it, you can also cancel it to super, but for the most part, you'd rather cancel, I think, the first hit of medium or hard Sobat into super. Does more damage. But you can do combos into like fireball into super. I didn't even do a fireball. Not even a demonstration. That's usually irrelevant, but you can DJ shimmy. I didn't mention that. That's the thing it's for. You can do you can Gutek shimmy with DJ's fireball. You could do like and then walk back low strong or walk back far strong, and then super cancel on reaction. It's literally like the Balrog shimmy works with DJ. If someone just blocks and then you see they're hitting with the walk back far strong or the walk back close strong, you can cancel it. It works better into light Sobat, or light Sobat's more unsafe, but if you do fireball, you can cancel into super. It's kind of a nice little thing he has. I've never seen a DJ player use that. It's way better on Balrog. It's much better on Balrog. But it's present on DJ, so you know.
You have more damage on DJ, so that's something.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh fuck. I can't even get the cancel. Let's see here. What else about Fireball? I like, can't even think. It's just a Fireball. I can't even think about things. It controls space. You throw it whenever you have charge. You use it against characters who are weak to Fireballs. You throw Fireballs and then you look for anti-air. That's DJ. That's every character with a Fireball. And DJ can navigate Fireballs pretty well with his knee shot, which is kind of notable. Is that if a Fireball's coming towards you can knee shot over it, and it doesn't have the risk of a jump in. So like you can, if like Ryu's here and he throws a Fireball at you, you can knee shot over it, and his Fierce DP will whiff. It's like a nice little thing you can do. Whoa. Yeah, look at that. That's useful. That's a useful thing the DJ has. Unfortunately, or fortunately, considering on which side you're on, that sweep will hit deep, so it might not be punishable.
Yeah.
So DJ doesn't pick up the punish there, but that's also a strength of DJ. So let's see here. Sobat, I guess we'll talk about. Sobat's kind of the okay. Let's talk about Sobat. Light Sobat supposedly low invincible. It used to not be, and then it sort of was again, and then it wasn't again. Yeah. So this in matchups is very useful. It's not useful against everyone, but against like Shotos, you can really shut down low forward pressure, which makes them go for okay. That's enough demonstration. It makes them go for like low strong pressure instead, and that's just not as good. It doesn't go as far. Stuff like that. It's a low crush, and that's a really nice thing that DJ has, but it really depends on the matchup. The damage isn't that high. It is the only Sobat that knocks down. So a lot of people even... The thing is, it's the only Sobat that combos from lights. That's a big deal. So if you're just doing like combos like that, you have to do light Sobat at the end. And you have to do other combos if you want medium or hard Sobat. But a lot of people do the hard links to get the medium buttons, which you have to do to get the hard Sobats, and then they still do light Sobat just because they want damage, or they want the knockdown. Because after that, even if they quick stand, you get a little bit of light pressure. You get the DJ vortex because the recovery is quite fast. Let's see here. Medium and hard Sobat. Medium. Let's talk about hard. Hard is just for damage. Hard literally just does the most damage of any of them. So if you just get a combo into like I don't know, that's not the combo you do. You do like that. But if you just get a generic combo and you want something that will definitely work regardless of range, because machine gun upper is picky. That's just this generic punish combo. You know what I mean? Like you block a light DP from like Ryu. You could just do like that. That'd be like just a very common punish. Or you might use light Sobat for the knockdown. It just depends on which one you want. But it does quite a bit of extra damage. It does. You get a 60 extra damage for using the hard one instead of the light one. I think. 210, not that much. 40 extra damage. Medium Sobat is kind of weird. You can actually do hard Sobat. Okay, the damage distribution is kind of important. Light, you can't FADC at all. I mean, you can, but it doesn't. It knocks down, so you can't do like red focus combos or anything like that. But that can be useful if you're fighting like a character where it's unsafe and you drop a combo. It's like, oh, I need to save myself. But if you're trying to combo out of Sobat, you can do medium or hard, and then you can do usually do close forward, I think, right? The thing about medium is it does less damage than hard. Hard is 80 for the first hit, and medium I think is 60. Yeah, but medium has more frame advantage, and medium also leaves you closer. Hold on, let's see if we can get a demonstration. What's the best way to demonstrate this? Because if I dash in, I'll be point blank regardless. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's that was weird. There, you see how late the toes connect on that? And then this is, yeah, I know, right? This isn't good. It leaves you closer to the opponent. It makes it so the red focus always combos regardless of the range. Okay, that's what it's for. I can get like a far away medium Sobat and the red focus will still hit. It has less pushback. It's the same as Balrog's medium dash punch, but it's also notably more frame advantage, so you can usually do stronger combos after it, theoretically. So like if I wanted like to extend my combo using like an FADC, I could do something like this. It's gonna be weird. Whoa.
Oh.
I dropped it. You can do close forward, far forward into Sobat, hard Sobat, or you could do close forward, low strong into. That's kind of difficult though. But like the point is, it's there. Whatever. You could do like that too. Fuck. You could do that link. I missed my plank. There you go. Stuff like that. You're not really doing a damage combo at that point, though. The dash loses charge, so you have to re-get charge afterwards. DJ is stupid. DJ's a stupid character. Notably, that gives you a red focus, or, as I said earlier, the medium Sobat, if it's just enough frame advantage that you can, with good timing, combo crumple. And knowing that's theoretically really strong, but it's easy to drop and it sucks if you drop it. But I just got it right there. Let's do hit combo. So you can do that. That's a 2-bar ultra setup. That's like safe. Which isn't too bad, you know. And it does okay damage. But like that's a red focus combo without the red focus. You save a meter on where you would be doing red focus there with the other Sobat. We'll see though.
Because meter for DJ is super important.
Yeah, meter helps. I've noticed actually that DJ tends to hoard up meter. It's easy for DJ to get a lot of meter, and the situations where he spends it are not common.
I think it depends on the matchup.
Yeah, it depends on the matchup a lot. Let's see here. EX Sobat? Yeah. It goes through fireballs, which is I guess its intended purpose. It is also low immune, like is Light Sobat. So if it functions as a true reversal against lows, which I don't think his Light Sobat is low immune immediately, but his EX Sobat is. And that used to be a really big issue, because you could low profile DJ on his wake up and none of his reversals would hit it. But now I think DJ's EX up kicks hits low profile, so you can do that.
Yeah.
But you can't FADC that, but you could FADC this. So that's a theoretical very niche use for it. But I think you can't red focus it. I think that doesn't work. So that really sucks for DJ. Oh, that worked. I think it definitely doesn't work if you're going through a fireball, which kind of sucks. Here, throw me a Hadouken. That was way too far. I couldn't even punish that with a. Well, that wasn't even a punish. I didn't have charge. I don't even think that was a punish. It's decently easy to go through fireballs with it. I was really early. You've got to wait a little bit, but there's a specific timing. But it's not that bad. I say as I fail it over and over. I'm making DJ look really bad here. It's actually a decent fireball answer, I promise. I just having trouble getting the timing. It's kind of a laggy environment. It's not super laggy, but you know. So that's the thing it does. And it does low crush too. And it juggles. It has like a pretty good juggle potential. So you can do stuff like this, and then you can combo into EX Sobat really easily. And I think every other version of Sobat will whiff there. So
yeah.
It's a nice little feature. That ends up doing quite a lot of damage for 2 bars.
The only other thing I would say of note about his Sobats is that they're all airborne.
Yeah. So you can trade and you'll flip out, and that's not too bad. That's better than the alternative. Usually. Depends. Let's see here. Oh, and only the light ones let me in. Only light and EX, not medium and hard, just for what it's worth. The medium and hard one are more minus, and I think they're often punishable, but I think they can be spaced. And that can be really annoying for some characters, because they do leave it kind of an awkward range. So you can pressure with them to some degree, although it's, I admit, not great. Unfortunately, doing cancels into them means you can't space them, because they'll just end up being point blank. But it's not a scissor kick, but in certain situations it can be a scissor kick. But it's not a scissor kick. Let's see here. I guess just move on to the next special move, right? Jackknife, yeah, Jackknife maximum seems like a good way to go here. This one looks like an anti-air, and it is. You can combo into it, and it's not bad to combo into, but it's actually not as strong as his up punch, and it's also, I think, not even as strong as his Sobat. It's not bad. It gets you a lot of corner carry, and it does get a knockdown. So you can use that to some degree. And it's not terrible. The hard one does the most damage, I think. Pretty sure. It would make the most sense. 10 more than medium. The way the juggle potential works on it is a little bit wonky. And that's really apparent if you try to anti-air with it. The light one has super consistent range. It goes really far out. I think farther out than the other two. And it's really consistent in combos. And the damage is alright. It's 120. So you can do like... that didn't work. That doesn't work. Not like that. What can you do? I forget. Oh, it's just anti-airs where it's consistent. That's right. It's like... you don't have to worry about the medium one and whiffing if you're using the light one. The light one just, like... It's... I can't remember what the things are about it. I remember a DJ player calling it his crutch, like one of my friends. It might have been it might have been one of the other ones, but like it's very consistent but not very strong compared to his other
It's also
up
great
kick
for
options.
DJ hopscotch.
I guess it is, yes. Oh shit! I hit you in your recovery. DJ leapfrog.
That does work.
Yeah, it does work theoretically. But I think it's just it's not it doesn't go as far out as medium. I don't think. All right, so
It's not as consistent as it should be.
yeah. Oh, it's good against dive kicks. I think. I'm pretty sure it's good against dive kicks. It's got a very long active period compared to the other ones. That's kind of a big deal if you're getting like a floaty jump or a dive kick, stuff like that. You can't get a combo out of it that I'm aware of, unfortunately. Doesn't give you enough time. Anyway, medium up kick is I think that's the general anti-air one. If you get the first hit, after you get I showed it off earlier. You get time to charge, and after oh, that was it. It's Roundhouse. After you get charge, you can do either a medium or a hard up kick, and the hard one has the most screen carry and the most meter build, but the worst Okizeme or the worst Okizeme compared to the other one. And the medium one, they both do the same damage. It's 170 regardless. The medium one gives you more time to do like the Noki scenario, but it doesn't do as much meter build, doesn't have as much corner carry. You just decide based on which ones you want, and you don't even have to decide based on the scenario. You can just decide like, oh, I care more about Okizeme than I do about corner carry, and then you can just always do medium into medium. But they're the same difficulty, I think. And they're both really good anti-airs in their own right. Like they're actual invincible anti-airs, which like DJ's other options aren't. This is his only invincible option. It's not fully invincible. It's only invincible to highs, I think. So it's great against jump-ins, but you can't just use it as a reversal option on the ground because their attacks.
It's actually really bad against cross-up Tatsus.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. His EX one used to be really good against, but now you have to actually time it. You can still make it work, but it's not like free like it used to.
As well.
Yeah, they removed it. Autocorrects like the same way other attacks do now, instead of just autocorrecting perfectly every time. I tried it out. DJs were complaining about it like crazy, but I guess they don't know any other characters because every DJ player is like super stoic and plays DJ only. It literally like has the same timing now as like an autocorrect Shoryuken, and every DJ was like, oh my god, it doesn't work anymore. It's like, no, it doesn't work like it doesn't work as well as it used to. Don't get me wrong, but like it's not free anymore.
That's what made the Cammy matchup in AE. Really
yes, it was even though DJ sucked and Kemi was top tier. DJ actually fought Kemi to a draw. And now it's worse because you have the Kemi can do jumps that DJ can't anti-air, whereas he used to always anti-air every jump. And DJ is the enemy of even now. DJ is the enemy of ambiguous cross-ups. They just really suck against him if he has one bar. So that's a nice little thing DJ has. But the EX, okay, the things about it. One, it's his best hope at a reversal. It actually has, I think it's 4-frame startup, right? It's really fast.
let me check.
It's not quite fast enough to anti-safe jump, a 3-frame safe jump. But I think it anti-safe jumps 4-frame safe jump, so that's really good. And it isn't... Yeah, you can't FADC it. It requires down charge and it requires a meter, which makes it technically the most... restrictive reversal in the game, like alongside like Guy's EX, Bushin, Senpu Kyaku, which is pretty much like no, this one requires down charge. It's like it's the most restrictive. It really like makes you, and oh yeah, it doesn't get full connect at range. That's kind of annoying. It really makes you like bet it all on your reversals. But it is his best reversal, and the reason for that, as I mentioned but haven't shown yet, be ready with down charge and whatever. All of DJ's reversals lose to meaty lows except that one, and all of them used to lose to meaty lows prior to Ultra, but now that one actually, or not even Ultra, was it like it was one of the Ultra, no, it was Ultra. I thought it was one of the patches for a second. Yeah, but now he can actually, no, maybe it was one of the patches, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Sobat also goes over meaty lows.
Yeah, it does, but that's, that loses against every other thing that you could potentially deal with on Wake Up. So, like, the only catch-all is the EX up kicks. The only thing it doesn't beat is blocking. And 3-frame safe jumps, but, you know.
And oh man, if it gets blocked.
Yeah, if it gets blocked,
-22.
it sucks. You get a full punish. But it does pretty good damage, and you can combo into it pretty easily in certain scenarios, like in the corner. It's quite common to do something like that. Stuff like that. It actually that might work mid screen. No, it does not work mid screen. I thought that did. Yeah, I thought that worked. I'm really surprised.
To walk forward a little bit first.
That sounds difficult. Down charge leaves faster than forward charge does.
Yeah.
Whatever. EX is a really good anti-air because it's true blue invincibility. He just has full body invincibility for it, and it's like the only move DJ has that has that. So, like, cherish it. And it is fast and it is pretty high damage.
He only has it for a while because it still loses to cross-up Tatsus now. And it doesn't autocorrect as well.
You can still time it to autocorrect. You just have to recognize. You have to be like,
if it does not autocorrect though,
it sucks. I guess that's it for that move. For all those moves. Oh yeah, and I think the hard one anti-airs very well for what it's worth. I think that one doesn't have invincibility or doesn't have as much, or I don't know. Maybe the hitbox sucks. But in my experience, anti-air hard one not so good. Hard one's only for like juggles and stuff, I think. Or like
you
know,
commonly don't get all the hits on hard.
Yeah. Anyway. I guess up punch. Yeah, it's the last one. I don't know a reason to not use the hard version of this move. I always do the hard one of the EX one. I think the hard and EX do the most damage. It's kind of weird. It's got very short range. It does a lot of damage. That was 120. That's unmashed. The thing is, you can mash punches to get more damage out of it. And if you mash punches, it actually does quite a lot. The problem is, if you mash punches, it adds extra hits for the purposes of scaling too. Because any move, the way that scaling works is it counts your actions, and moves that require multiple actions to complete scale additionally, like target combos and stuff. And that applies to DJ's up punches. And it works even for EX. EX does pretty good damage as well. But unfortunately, if you mash out EX, it also adds scaling. It'll still usually be worth it to mash out, but it depends on what you're going into. I think if you're going into Ultra, it's better not to mash out. But if you mash out, you have less timing to combo out of it, which is usually not a problem. But if you're doing a Dash Ultra 2, I think not on all characters, I think you can't do mashed. I think you can't do mashed DX machine gun upper into Dash Ultra 2 on all characters. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to do a non-mashed one on some characters.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the frame data here, and on all three of the normal ones, without doing any of the follow-ups, it's the hitting the punch buttons, all of them have a startup of 12. All of them are minus 11. There's 2 follow-up sections.
Yeah.
All of them have the same startup, which is 4, which doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it in the middle. Light is -5, medium is -7, and heavy punch is -11.
Oh, okay. So if you mash it, the light one is safer, I guess. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. EX is -8 with no mash. With mash, it's -12, but -8 still. I mean, that's a huge punish, anyways.
Yeah, you can get a punish over that way.
Has a startup of 6.
All right.
Mash or not mash.
Alright, yeah, so that's the thing I was going to get to. The range of this move is the real factor. It's mostly a punish move, so you don't even worry about how unsafe it is. It doesn't anti-air for crap, I don't think. The thing about it is that the initial hit, it didn't used to, but now it combos from lights. So that was a big problem that DJ had for a long time. I think that combo.
Yeah, he traded that for invincibility.
So it used to be almost impossible to land because you had to do a link into a medium normal, and to do a link into it had to be 1 jab into crouch strong, because if you did 2 jabs into crouch strong, it would be too far away to combo like that. You see that? So it used to be really difficult to do, but now you can do I think 3 jabs into and just combo it like that, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, you can lose hits even on the mid combo mashing, depending on the character you're fighting, depending on how far away it is. But now you can actually do combos into it, and it works, whereas you didn't used to be able to. So it's it's not bad, even in combos. I never see people do that, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It's just inconsistent depending on range and stuff. And it really sucks if they fall out midway through and block it or something like that.
Yeah. a big reason why it's not used is because to get all the hits, it's actually really character specific. So like sometimes on certain characters, half the hits on the first ones will hit, and then the second ones the character will drop out, and it's super punishable.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and here's some interesting things about it that I've never ever seen anyone mention. It actually F80C's on every hit up to the last one. I don't know why I did EX there. So you can do, and then see if it's being blocked. You can save yourself. You can actually do. Oh fuck, that's not on. That gets pretty good chip too. But you can do this too. Here, stand for me. This is pretty nuts. Oh fuck, that's not what I wanted. The initial hit was supposed to be a hard starter. I missed it. It's kind of a weird window. There we go. That gets a lot of scaling though, but it does insane chip. The chip on that is ridiculous, and then you can go into Ultra 1.
And into Ultra?
Yeah, you do about 230 damage in chip, just from that,
Yeah.
and you can just chip someone out from a ridiculous amount of health, and it's all a true block string, start to finish, except on Elena and Rolento, I think, if they're crouching. Well, yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
That works too. I was going to mention that as well. Unfortunately, for scaling purposes, this is not good. We might lag out in a second. Unfortunately, for scaling purposes, oh yes, it picked up. That's not useful to go for compared to Sobat, but it does work. So that's kind of a fun thing. I'm waiting for it to. Oh, it caught up. What else about it? But that's just a kind of cool thing it does, and It's not really super useful unless you're chipping someone out, or unless you want to save yourself. But like theoretically, you shouldn't even drop combos into it. But if you do, you can. So that's nice. Excuse me. The EX1 is where it's at though, because the EX1 causes a juggle state, and the juggle state leads to really high damage. So like if you're like a DJ player, unfortunately once again very short range. So you have to do either 3 jabs, or like a jab into an immediate medium normal. A really common one is to do crouch jab stand forward into EX up punches, but that's kind of you do have to do once again a standing move cancel to a flash kick motion.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try that. I'm not good at all.
DJ's, it's not that bad for DJ because the close forward startup is really fast.
Yeah.
But that's a nice thing he has. But the combos into and out of, like as a punish, it's incredible. Like if you block something with DJ and that's your punish, I didn't mash it. I probably should have mashed it if I was gonna do the follow up I'm gonna do. That's strong. That's 312. That's not bad. Those 2 bars though. That's not great for 2 bars. But just like that works. That's 263. That's pretty powerful, and you can do that was off low strong. You can do like low fierce as well, get an extra 10 damage. But where it really shines, that's like pretty strong. Where it really shines is that you can combo into Ultra 2 off of it, and that works off of any of them. Like as long as you get a non-mashed one, like even if you're mid-screen. Unfortunately, if you're mid-screen, you have to do a walk Ultra or a dash Ultra. That was a walk Ultra. But if you get an EX up punch, and it's really powerful, it actually does a shit ton of damage. Like just a jumping combo into that will do like 560, 570 or something like that.
With double.
And it's not that hard either. You get quite a lot of time to do it now. That was 510 with double. It's really powerful. It's like super strong. And if you're in the corner, you don't need the dash. So it's like free. But a 1-bar setup into Ultra is actually really good. Like that's like Chun-Li's lightning legs, EX lightning legs. That's like a nice
or a fireball with Ryu.
Yeah, that's like a nice
that's
thing.
Better than fireball with Ryu.
Yeah. So like that's actually a really dangerous tool DJ has, and that's the main reason to pick Ultra 2. For the most part, the Ultras are not so different. Because you don't really have, or picking the Ultra doesn't matter that much because you don't really have a whole lot of setups into Ultra regardless. But Ultra 2's 3 claims to fame are that it anti-airs, it combos from crumple, and it you can do EX up punch into it. And those are 3 things that don't apply to Ultra 1. And those are like your 3 best hopes of landing in Ultra, so that's why a lot of DJs pick Ultra 2, although it does depend on the matchup. Let's see here. Let's talk about a super real fast. It goes through fireballs. You can combo it from stuff. That's like the 2 things you use it for. The fireball invincibility is pretty good. on it. It does go pretty far. It does do decent damage. It's just a more expensive, stronger EX Sobat, I guess. It does combo from various things. You can do stuff like that. And that ends up doing quite a lot of damage. That's 519. That was off a jump in though, so what do you know? And the other little thing it does is it combos into Ultra 1. And considering it's not super hard to land a super. If you ever actually land a super and you combo into Ultra 1, it does insane damage. It's one of 2 examples of a super cancel into an Ultra in this game. The other one's Dan's fucking super taunt. And I guess Elena's amulet, whatever, the Omega super.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, self amulet.
Omega mode's a thing.
I'm always interested when people like mention something in Omega mode because I don't know a lot of the Omega mode characters. I wish there was Omega mode
DJ?
tournaments. Yeah, Omega DJ is so cool.
DJ is super good. I wish it was his.
Yeah, his
version.
normal.
He would be a decent character.
I wish that it was just like I wish we had tournaments. I wish they balanced Omega mode against like Ultra, so you could choose Omega or Ultra, like based on your character or based on what you wanted to play, and then it'd be like Super Turbo. It's like it's like Ryu versus O Sagat, but it's like Omega Sagat.
No one would choose anything other than any other version of DJ.
Yeah.
Except for Ultra or
Omega. Yeah. But one other thing that. No, it's not. One other thing that Super does, I mentioned it. I started to mention it. Is it'll combo from lights, but medium and hard Sobat won't. And light Sobat, if you combo do it from lights, you can't cancel the super because knockdown. It works, but it sucks. So you can do like a combo into like a normal into super, like that. That doesn't work, I think. No, it worked. Never mind. I think that's just character specific.
I think in the corner you can do.
Yeah, that works in the corner. I think you get a lot more hits. And notably, if you get an anti-air, what's it? Here, or not anti-air, counter hit. If you get that, you can do a nice late attack. You can do that, and depending on the character, that can get a long juggle. You can actually do that into full Ultra 1, depending on the character and depending on the height that you connect. And it ends up doing a shit ton of damage, but you'll never land that, so it's more of like a combo video, like a novelty. Ultra 1, its main use is that it combos from super, sadly. Its main use is that it goes through fireballs. That's the actual intended use of Ultra 1. I don't think I was too slow. DJ's fireball recovery is pretty good.
Yeah, I'll do EX. It's shit.
Yeah, oh fuck. Time to die. There is one really annoying thing about Ultra 1 from DJ is that it doesn't go that far. You can catch someone like did that all combo? Neat.
Yeah.
You can fail to hit the first hit on a fireball and then they can block in time before the second hit would connect. And that happens from a lot of ranges.
The last hit's not a true block stream, so it can't be interrupted.
Yeah. Oh, here, one thing you can do though is you can do a dash ultra, and that actually goes dead on full screen. I'm not very good at dash ultras though. Whoa. I just did one. But if you're playing as DJ, you can do you can wait for a fireball, and then if you dash as they fireball, well fuck, you can ultra through it. So it's exactly like Balrog. Like, Chun-Li actually gets her full screen ultras and whatnot, but Balrog can go through fireballs, but he has to do a dash from full screen. And he has to dash and break charge as during the fireball, but if the fireball is thrown right then, he can react and complete the ultra motion. So it's like, you can actually use it to punish fireballs from really far away, but you have to guess on the dash, and you have to react really fast. So you have to potentially lose charge for nothing, because you could just throw a fireball with the same charge. Oh, and another cute little thing you can do. You can also whiff light up kick, and then you maintain back charge. So if they throw a fireball after you whiff light up kick, you can actually ultra immediately. And that's more useful than it sounds. A lot of people disrespect. They act when he does the light up kick. They act like he lost back charge, and then they're willing to throw a fireball. But he doesn't actually lose back charge to do that. So you can just hoard that. It's best full screen, but you can just sit on that, and then if you see the fireball react, it's nice.
Yeah, it's good for baiting because a lot of people underestimate DJ a lot.
Yeah, it's a little sneaky trick he has. Apart from that, it's really good for chipping out, like especially particularly with super, because there's no good way to land an ultra without it being interruptible. But super, you can do a true block string into super, and then the super is a true block string into the ultra. So if you do super into ultra, it basically, regardless of setup, it'll do over 100. So once your opponent gets to like below 10% health, you can just on any situation, it basically makes all your Sobats unblockable. Because the second they block one, whoa, what the fuck? You can just do something like that, and then get that. And this is all true block string up until here. So that's a lot of damage. Like, if they have any less health than that, factoring health scaling, if they have any less health than that, they just die to a blocked Sobat. And that's pretty useful. Unfortunately, it requires all your meter plus your ultra. But it's actually pretty easy to find a scenario to do that, and it just makes it so it's very difficult if you're at low health to not die against DJ. Like, really difficult. Like, DJ, if he's actually in that scenario, and it's not so rare, DJ basically gets, like, a win. It's very difficult to not die. Anyway. Oh, and that works for Light Sobat, too. Like Light Sobat doesn't combo into super, but it doesn't matter if the Light Sobat would kill, you know what I mean? Like, they have to block it or else it kills, and then if they block it, like, and Light Sobat's a bit easier to land, because you can just do like that. And then you can chip them out, etc., etc. And of course that does quite a lot of damage as well. But that's, like, Ultra 1 is really good for chipping out, and it's really good for going through fireballs, and there's, like, no other setup for it, unfortunately, besides, like, punishes. It doesn't anti-air, it doesn't combo from crumples, it's just very difficult to land in general. And I already showed, but it does insane damage after, like, punish combos into super. And then Ultra 2, I mentioned, but I haven't shown, but it does anti-air, so jump into me. I think I was a little late. No, I got it.
Nope.
It's invincible. It does have a decent hitbox. It's not amazing, but it won't get a cross-up, but it will work against any normal jump-in. The motion, you don't stand for the motion, so it's easy to not get counter-hit. Or rather, not get hit during the motion. But I wouldn't try it on, like, Viper. I wouldn't do it on any character who has a way to change their jump arc. But it is useful for that, and that is a situation. I've never seen anyone do an anti-air ultra with DJ, and it's not bad. So, like, if you're a DJ player, you should maybe not necessarily do it, but just remember that it can be done. And then, of course, it combos from Focus Crumple, it combos from Red Focus Crumple, it combos from EX Up Punches, and it combos from anti-air Sweep, and there might be some other random ones, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's stupid as fuck, but if you get an anti-air stand Far Fierce, you can't charge in time to get this is a combo video. You can't charge in time to get I think I got it.
Yeah.
You can't charge in time to get an Ultra 2 off of that. But you can do a sweep and then combo into it. But that's requires corner, requires counter hit, requires airborne opponent. So good luck ever landing that ever. But it is a really good combo. It does quite high damage and is meterless. I've been in a scenario where it's been possible, but I've never landed it in a match. But I've been in a scenario where I could have landed it if I was faster on the uptake. Anyway, let's just go over the DJ conventional combos and scenarios. Anti-focus, I didn't mention this, but armor break is quite common for DJ. Notably, Sobat's break armor. So if you ever see a Sobat, I mean, if you ever see armor, you can just, whack it. A lot of his other moves break armor by merit of being multi-hit. It's not really an issue trying to. That won't even these won't even interact. Like, even up close, they won't interact. I don't think. You need to be like point blank. It's a non-issue. You wouldn't do that anyway. But EX Sobat is invincible, and you can does quite a lot of damage if you break armor with it. Gets an auto counter hit. And you can do like block strings into Sobat too, or not necessarily block strings. But if I see you focus, I could do like this, and that's like safe, and it does pretty good damage breaking armor. Anyway, apart from that, That's like an armor break. In terms of anti-air, you've got the medium Sobat is your best option. Technically, your best option's the, I mean, upkick. EX upkick is technically your best option. It's very consistent anti-air. We didn't even show it off as an anti-air, but it actually works. Oh god, it's doing it again. It actually works incredibly consistently to do an EX upkicks in an anti-air scenario. Even against like ambiguous cross-ups or dive kicks or stuff, it's still actually really good. So like if you DJ is fucked less than almost any other character by dive kick characters, and that's a big deal. That's a really nice thing. Apart from that, medium upkick works pretty well. Does decent damage. You get 100, 170 if you get an anti-air connect, 100 if you don't. And then you've got your various anti-air normals, crouch fierce, far fierce. I usually do far fierce, but it depends on the jump range. And then far strong works, and then I guess that's it. Maybe Snare Roundhouse works? I have no idea. I don't think so. Oh, that worked!
But very strangely.
It's interesting. Counter hit.
It's more up close than you would think.
That doesn't look bad anyway. That's a good trade for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good trade. Because it does 110.
Yeah, 110 instead of 100 for most jump-ins. Anyway, that's anti-airs in a nutshell. Basic combos. If you're doing a punish combo, I usually do. If I'm like at this range, you have to make this decision because if you do up punches here, it's not gonna work. Low strong into hard Sobat is very consistent. Does okay damage. Low strong into light Sobat gets that knockdown. Low strong into or low fierce if you're up close into wow, that didn't even combo. Always low strong. Into that does a lot of damage with the follow-ups. I didn't even do the follow-up. You can do like a hard what's it. That works. And it gets all 3 hits of hard what's it, I think, if you're in the corner, which is kind of nice. Hard Jackknife maximum. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Which will henceforth be known as upkicks.
Yeah. Apart from that, that's like punish combos in a nutshell. And I guess if you really want a little bit of extra damage, you can do his various links. I didn't get it. Guess I was being optimistic. That's the more
Sand Forward will actually.
That's the more common one.
Into itself 3 times on certain characters.
Yeah, I've seen that. On Shotos it does that. You get the double close forward. On characters where that works, you should do it. It's actually amazing.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it doesn't work on most characters. You usually just get the 2, and it's usually close, far. But on some characters, you can get close. And that link is actually really easy. It's a 3-frame link. The link into the far one is 2 frames. So that's a nice thing he has. But in terms of like confirmed combos, I almost always see these. I almost always see like after a jump in or something like that, after a cross up, after DJ Vortex. That's a really common one. Jab, jab, short, short Sobat. Very common. And then that sets up your next DJ Vortex, depending on the range that you let it push out to. Or instead of the light Sobat, you could even do the trip. That's really common, because that gives you the hard knockdown, gives you a better Oki. Less damage, though. But it's not a big enough damage difference that you would always do light Sobat. It's not like a huge sacrifice. If you want like a little bit of extra damage on that combo, you'll use strong, and then you'll probably go into either hard Sobat or light Sobat, depending on what you value. After a cross-up, your ranges are different. It's important to know that you're not point blank after a cross-up. So normally you do, on most characters, 3 jabs into to get a perfectly spaced far forward. And if you don't get it perfectly spaced, it's fine, because you just get a close forward, and the close forward still, it's actually an easier link. I still dropped it. And then after like what? Sefric, talk to me.
Oh, I was going to say, if you do get close forward, you can do far forward after it.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck, I dropped it. But you can do combos like that, and they're actually pretty good. That's a really common frame trap tool, and you keep your charge for it too. That crouch jab, stand forward. It's really easy to get counter hits there, and you can combo it out of it on reaction.
Yeah, it's like a really bad version of guy standing forward.
Yeah, it's like a really bad guy stand forward. That's correct. That's perfect. Everything DJ has is like a worse version of something someone else has.
Yep. Except the costumes.
But it is, yeah, the costumes are the best. It is a good frame trap tool. It is there. DJ's frame traps are actually pretty good. off of especially the close forward. But also low strong and also like shimmies. He can also shimmy. Where do I? Am I done? Did we finish? What else is there about Dee Jay? Like I'm struggling to think. I'm gonna look at his command list real fast. I felt like I was slow about it. Oh, machine gun
One
upper
other
breaks
thing
armor. I didn't even know that. So you
Yeah.
can use it against red focus.
His dancing idle animation is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. I hate for recording purposes. Like I hate like I'll get the recording and then I'll do a little bit in front of it so people can react to the recording of like the combo. I always start with like Dee Jay, being so and so distance away, and then the jump in, then the combo, and then I'll like cut it to that point, and then it'll be like midway through a Dee Jay haze, so it sounds like really weird. It's really annoying for recording purposes because there's nothing you can do to make them quiet. I don't think. Maybe you could silence all sound effects in the game. It might be in character voices or something like that. I don't know if that's an individual slider.
Yeah.
Oh, what are his throws like? Do they give you Oki? I think the forward one does.
Forward one is really good. Because then you can do like low fears.
Yeah, that looks like good Oki scenario. And then the back one leaves you full screen, so you've got good options between those two. So that's pretty nice. His throw range is about average, I think. I don't think it's notable in any way. His throw damage is 120. That's I think low average. Yeah, most characters are around there. I guess that's DJ in a nutshell. I guess you want to do another one?
Sure.
Oh shit, you want to do like a liner or Ken?